Hey folks, it's Monday. That means it's time for Weekend Wrap. I'm Matt Doyle, joined by Jonah Friedman. We're going to talk all about CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, and it starts up in Canada.
Yeah, and this one on Friday night at BMO Field would go pretty much as one would expect if you were to be told that only 11 Cuban players were going to dress, 5 of them reportedly defecting. And Canada coach Stephen Hart did not tell his team this before the game because he didn't want to put that into their heads. But the game went pretty much as you would expect. Canada outshooting the Cubans 37-6, 13-1 with shots on goal. The front three of Toussaint Ricketts, Olivier Ocean, and Simeon Jackson accounting for 9 of those shots on goal. And sure enough, the Cubans could not hold back the Canadians. They finally struck 3 goals in this one, coming from David Edgar, Will Johnson, and Toussaint Ricketts. The only real problem in this one, really, for the Canadians is that Ocean is sent off in the 73rd minute with a red card, which means that he will miss a crucial game in Honduras on Tuesday. Canadians really don't need to score in this one. That's the good news. The bad news is they got to get a point out of this one or they are not going to make the Hex. They're this close, but they're going to have to hold back a Honduran offense that is very, very hungry to get back there. And the big one on Friday night at a cricket ground, in the rain, in slop, it was the U.S. facing a quite game Antigua and Barbuda team.
Yeah, they were game and they made it difficult for the U.S. to break them down, but honestly, the U.S. has to do better. I don't care about the slop in midfield. I don't care about how game for it the Antiguans were. The U.S. are a country of 300 million. There are 90,000 Antiguans. The U.S. has to dominate, and they did not. They looked confused. They had trouble stringing passes together. Luckily, Jurgen Klinsmann did make the right call in bringing Eddie Johnson in. Murder on set pieces, that's what he got on the first one. The second one was a throw-in, basically a set piece, a wonderful play by Alan Gordon as well, another great call bringing him in. Defensively, though, the U.S. always looked vulnerable. Carlos Bocanegra, Jeff Cameron, Clarence Goodson looked like the Three Stooges on the Antiguan goal. It was not a great performance by any stretch. They'll need to play better against Guatemala. Now, here's the thing, though. Guatemala and the U.S. draw. They both are guaranteed to advance. So the Italian in me is thinking,
Gentlemen's agreement.
Make a little pre-game deal, but we'll see.
All right, heading into this final match day of CONCACAF qualifying in this third round, we'll take a look at the standings. As we said, Guatemala and the U.S. tied on 10 points atop Group A. They both go through if they tie, but if they do not, Jamaica is waiting in the wings with 7 points. Over in Group B, Mexico already qualified last month. They are perfect through 5 games with maximum points, 5-0 win over Guyana in Houston. Costa Rica right behind them with 7 points. They are hosting Guyana. They can get through with a win. El Salvador have the unenviable task of taking on Mexico in Torreon. In Group C, Canada, as we said, can get through with a draw. They are tied with 10 points with Panama, Honduras with 8 points, but nothing else will do for the Canadians to guarantee their survival. That'll do it for us. Tuesday is a huge night for the U.S. and the Canadians. Don't miss it. And then we get back to MLS action immediately on Wednesday with a big matchup between Seattle and RSL, and then back to the final 2 weekends of MLS action. Stay tuned.